if you ever get a flat tire and you have a spare in your trunk, why not use it? Well, if you have an older car like me, this car is now 11 years old and you have the original spare tire, it's time to replace the actual spare tire because tires, whether it's actually being used or not, have a limited lifespan. Usually that's around maybe 8 to 10 years. If it's inside your trunk and outside of the sun's UV rays, then I don't know, maybe around the 10-year mark. But how do you know exactly how old your tires are? Because when you bought your car, and by the way, I'm the first owner of the TL, that's not when the tire was made. The tire was made before that. So how do you determine that date? Well, I'm gonna show you right now. If you're in the US, you'll see a Department of Transportation code along with a 4-digit number. The first 2 digits represents the number of weeks into the year starting from January, and then the last 2 is the year that it's manufactured. So 1612, 16 means 16 weeks into the year, which puts us in April and 2012. So this tire is about 11 and a half years old and needs replacing. This summer, I had damage to one of my tires and I couldn't use this spare because it was too old. Had I replaced this earlier, I would have been able to swap it, but I had to wait a few hours for AAA. So I'll post another video that goes more into detail of what happened that day. But what do we do to replace this? Well, you can get a new spare tire like I did. So I ordered one from Tire Rack, and the reason why I did that is because when I went to my local garage, they said they don't do anything with spare tires. These donut tires aren't full sized. And then so I was like, okay, let's try a tire place. So I called my local tire shop and they say they don't order these types of donut tires, but they do mount tires. So what I did was I went on TireRack.com, went into the specialty section, matched up the number, which I'll show you on the side. It's pretty easy to read. So now we look at the side of the tire again to look for the tire code for sizing. And in my case, this is a T135/80R17, which means that the width of the tire is 135 millimeters. For the profile or the sidewall, that's 80% of the width over here. And then the R17 means that you have a 17-inch wheel. I'm going to take this to my tire shop and get that mounted. Let's talk about pricing. After ordering the tire from Tire Rack, I was curious to see what the local Acura dealership will charge for replacing the spare tire. So I called them up and found out that the price was actually pretty similar. So in this case, I think whichever route I took would have been around the same price. The main difference is that if you order from Tire Rack, at least you can choose the specific tire that you want if that matters to you. Now that the spare is back from the shop with the new tire mounted, before I put this back in the car, I just want to double check the tire pressure just to make sure, and then I'll be good to go. Today, we talked about how easy it is to read the tire code as well as the date of manufacturing from the sidewall of the tire. And now that you know how just easy that is, just from looking at the sidewall and decoding that information, you can do that for yourself and at least be aware of how old your tires are. And if your tires are beyond that age where it's safe to use, you can at least know about it and be aware. And if you decide not to spend any money in the short term to replace the tire, maybe considering taking the spare out so that if you do get a flat tire, you don't accidentally put your life in jeopardy by putting on a very old spare tire. That being said, that's all I got for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next video.